I'm beyond excited to introduce LiquorChat today. My name's Alden Morse, our company's founder, and also the founder of Intentionally Creative, the industry's leading digital and in-store marketing agency for retail liquor stores in the United States. After working with retail liquor stores across the entire United States, even Hawaii, for 3 years, we have always focused on driving in-store traffic where the vast majority of sales are happening. And we noticed that there was a massive disconnect in potential revenue lost and even cost savings when it comes to customer service, new and untrained, especially seasonal staff, inventory management and forward planning, and overall just dealing with customers when it comes to getting their information and re-engaging with them post-purchase. So with the advent of AI, we have this holistic system where it really is the complete liquor store AI assistant. Our goal is that every interaction, whether it happens online via a chatbot, a website chatbot, whether it happens in-store via kiosk, or obviously every single one of your employees being able to access this via a web app with you having global availability of seeing all this information, that this all comes together and then is able to enrich the customer experience, give you visibility into your business, give you visibility into your employees, and then be able to engage with customers, because every single interaction, whether it be by an employee helping a customer, whether it be with a customer using the kiosk or a potential customer using the online chatbot, all comes together where you can access it in a single place and ask it literally anything and get any smart response. Diving right into the platform, you're greeted by our main web app. This works on desktop, mobile, tablet, anywhere. You can download it via quick access link, in which case on mobile, it'll pop right up. So we have our chats on the left-hand side. We have our main input along the bottom, with which we allow voice input, obviously text input, image input, and even barcode scanning. We then have our dashboard in the top right. One of the coolest features is that this can directly integrate with your POS. Depending on what POS will determine what sort of information we can bring in, but best case scenario that we bring in inventory, all of your customer profiles, and also all your past orders. Now imagine having the last 2 years of all of your orders, all of your customers, and then all of your inventory together, and then you can ask it anything. That's the power of what LiquorChat can do, and it learns as every customer interacts with it and every staff member adds in more information. So what does it look like? The biggest option is whether you're using your POS data, in which case it's taking into account your store, or if you switch it off, it's just a very much helpful liquor store assistant. Let's give it a test run. For instance, one of our quick access links, red wine's 15 to 30, that goes well with steak. As you'll notice, our goal is that you have an answer, at least the first answer, within 3 seconds. This is connected to inventory. You can see the recommendations coming out, the stock number, the price, obviously the size. And what you're going to get first is a text output. And right behind that, you have these smart cards. And whether it be a product card, a recipe card, I'll show you some examples. It's a visually aesthetic way to visualize information, whether you want to see a quick view or expanded features. And then this becomes very much into play when we talk about customer engagement, because you can share everything, at which case you are getting customer data and their permission to market to them, and obviously age verification and anything else applicable to local, state, and federal regulation. And then you can remarket to them with our intelligent system of one-on-one marketing, which is customizing every single message so that every customer is getting the right message at the right time. Again, because of our agency and having worked with so many successful liquor stores over the past 3 years, we know exactly what liquor stores are looking for at what time and how to best engage customers. So let's say, for instance, that we're looking for a wine with sausage pizza. It's going to go very specifically and look for things that are going to counteract what the taste of sausage are. With that, you're going to get, again, your text output, because we want to get an answer for the client as quickly as possible. What you would see is how it's going to interact with the savory flavors of sausage pizza, for instance. Cool thing, you can make recipes, cocktail recipes, right? So again, these are going to be incredibly specific to whatever you want. Let's say you wanted a lavender gin and tonic, it'll spit out that. Once it's connected to your inventory, it's going to recommend products that are very specific to that. You want more information, you hit view full details, it'll put that as a prompt into your chat box and it'll send it off. Here's the really cool thing. A lot of instances, people are going to make stuff in bulk. We have this little engine where you can say how many guests you're going to have, what percentage of them are going to drink, and it's updating in real time how many bottles you need, all of your ingredients, which then you can share with customers. So this is where it gets really cool. So you hit the share button, you put in a phone number, which I'm not going to do here. And if it's existing, then it'll send it. If it's a new phone number, then you're going to need verification and their consent to send to them. And when you hit that, you get a message very similar to this. Everything is customized, but the first message is going to be from who, what exact employee, and then this link. And obviously any other, depending on local, state, or federal laws that you need to provide in order to stay compliant. Now, when a customer gets this message, they are now linked to your particular store. It's tokenized. So everything moving forward, that is all going to be connected to your store. So if they use LiquorChat because they can use it as a free account, they are able to search your inventory. So again, it's helping your store. It becomes a web of interconnected information. So when they click this link, they're going to be brought over to something like this, which is going to have all your store details, again, that exact message, in addition to the card. And again, this works on mobile, desktop, etc. And they're going to be able to do and see exactly what not. If they hit any of the follow-up questions, they're going to be prompted to create an account, in which case, again, more information for your store. We are obviously respecting privacy here, so this is going to be aggregated information in terms of general preferences of what your consumers and past customers are looking for. So if we go back to the dashboard, we've looked at several cards. You can even create email and SMS, which are going to auto draft and go into your SMS campaigns in the dashboard, which you can then send to customers as well. So something that's really important for customer service, let's say that you don't have something in stock or somebody visited some obscure region in France and you're unable to find that product because it obviously is not distributed. Part of the engine here is that it's going to auto recommend products that are in stock that are exactly to the taste profile that the consumer is looking for. Think of it very much similar to, oh, this product's a 92% match, right? In this instance, it's not that case, but it worked the same. But I'm comparing Pappy 23 to Mellow Corn. As we see here, again, this comparison card, it's going to show whether it be in a very direct comparison question or providing an alternative product, it's going to say what's the difference between them. So you have one sentence overview that your employee can use, then in addition to what are some points that sell this product. Of course, you can always get more details as well, and even pairings. As mentioned, you can even do barcode scanning. Let's say you're helping somebody in store, or even a customer pulls this up on their phone in store. And then any sort of image input. Let's say you took a photo from a wine tasting or at dinner, and you can just upload it and it'll auto find that product and give you all the product knowledge. As we go to the back end here, you get your dashboard of overall what's happening with your business. So you can give your permissions and add new employees with what they can see and interact with, because maybe you don't want them to be able to access everything from the POS, right? And you have all of your SMS campaigns in the back end. You can see all the chat history from everyone, and including your kiosk and your online floating chat. We have the kiosk mode, which is going to be for in-store use, and then obviously your plans and billing. So let's jump into the kiosk mode, which is definitely one of our most exciting features. So imagine this 3.5 feet off the ground, just right when people walk in, or wherever you want it throughout the store. So we would activate it and boom, it locks out the entire screen and now you can use it. So the whole idea here is that it's simple and it just works. You can feature products, or let's say we're looking for a gift recommendation. Less than $30 for a spirits drinker, for a whiskey lover, and let's say it's for your boss, right? So you hit get recommendation, and with that goes into the exact same engine. Now, let's say that you're a franchise or a chain and you have 1, 20, 50, 100 stores. Doesn't matter. This is enterprise grade infrastructure to where literally a click of a button and you're changing over from one store into another. We can then do multi-level organization management. We can aggregate analytics. So you get a view into any particular store, or you get a view into all of your stores. Now, the next step that we have coming is that as all this information comes in, that you as an owner or a manager can ask any question. Hey, how are my sales doing across store A, B, D, and F? You then get a bird's eye view. Instead of needing to run multiple reports, everything is just aggregating, and all you have to do is say a quick message and you're getting the answers that you need. When you're looking at dead stock or run rates or recommendations for purchasing, so that you're able to interact with your business and what's happening in store. And that's our whole idea, is that it's a complete ecosystem for retail liquor within your store where the vast majority of sales are happening. That's a quick overview of the overall platform, some of the features that we have. We're developing new things every single week, so incredibly excited for you to give this a try and would love your feedback on anything.